why the jab's so good and why so many people don't use this. They should. The jab is your safest move. It's super fast. It's +1 on block. It allows you to observe the opponent. It allows you to check them. They can't throw no fast move, no slow move, while you are throwing a 10-frame move out. If they try to sit there and throw a fucking mid that's freaking 20-something frames, 13 frames, 15 frames, don't matter. This will beat that. It is extremely important to use this move. It is the do-all, end-all move. Let's get into why it's on hit. We'll make this as simple as possible. If it hits, you are +8. If they have rage and they're about to rage, here's a little trick for y'all. If you land a jab, any 15 frame or lower move will interrupt. If it's 16 frames, you're getting caught. Just remember that. So on hit, they can't sidestep, they can't mash because you have frame traps, they can't really move, they have to take the next mix. If you have a 15 frame down forward 2, they can't move, they have to take that. Some moves that are 17 frames will miss, doesn't matter. Use your 15 frame move, use your 13 frame moves. If it lands, you are +8. Just remember that, +8. That means you can go for whatever you want. It is a reward for landing. The only thing you need to think about is if you have people that like to duck. At that point, you need to kind of figure out what you're gonna do. So do you wanna go for a mid check or do you want a hard read? Some people, if they block 2 jabs, they just duck instantly, free launch. Some people have down forward 2s that launch. Just remember, if they duck, take care of that shit accordingly. Other than that, let's move on to the next thing. What happens if the jab is blocked? There's only a few options. We're gonna go over them all. First, if they mash back, you already know. Sidestep, launch a motherfucker. That's it. If they like to jab back, you can duck and launch them like that. You can do all kinds of things, but punish that ass. If they do this, you need to practice your options for punishment here. So that's one thing. What happens if they're a good player and they don't do this mashing stuff and they step? You need to know what moves track. I know with Harangue's, left is his weak side when he's in normal stance. Down back 4 tracks left, and back 1 tracks left, and that is it. But if they sidestep right, then I need to know what moves do I have. I know that down forward 2 will miss, but I know down forward 1 tracks. I know that down 4 tracks. I know that down 3+4 tracks. Down forward 3+4. So my point is, you need to sit here with your character and figure out what moves track which way. That is extremely important. That's what a good player will do. Now, what happens if the common thing happens where people duck? At this point, once again, you check them with your down forward 1 or whatever your mid is for checking. You check them, you're +6, have some frame traps. If you get a hard read, launch their ass. Because a lot of people, after 2 block jabs, they want to just duck and respond. So if you notice this, observe, 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 watch, watch, watch. If you jab and they duck, launch their ass if you got a hard read. Or you can be safe and just tag them real quick. This is extremely important that you guys understand how that works. So what happens if they don't do either one of those things? Let's say they just do an armor move. Well, this is another situation. This is why in the beginning, you are hitting and you are watching, you are observing. Use your jab to observe and then make them give you free damage. So if they're doing stuff like this, you can go into jab into grab because that'll beat that. You can go into jab into low. You can go into jab sidestep block, which is something I love to do against good players, because if that comes out, they're -13, and that can start a whole slew of bullshit for them that they're not ready to deal with. Overall, the point here is go in here, lab your options, and see what you can come out with, because it's extremely important. It is extremely important, y'all. Listen, whatever they do on block, you gotta watch and you gotta punish and you gotta know what you're doing. Learn your moves, learn your characters. Let's get into the final point here. So in conclusion, the jab is extremely important because it is a move that you can safely gather data. It is a move that is small. You mix your jab with your down forward 1, and now all of a sudden you have a move that covers highs, that stops them from doing anything fast. You have a move that will stop them from ducking. Some people's down forward 1's track, mine's tracks left. And then you can add another move in there, which may be a little safe low poke. It depends on whatever you feel like doing. But your jab should be your main move. You use this move to gather data. Once you have enough data on what they like to do, that is when you start making the reads. If you watch any pro, you will see them use this a lot. I want to see you guys using your jabs. Stop being fucking scrubs out here. Use this move and pay attention to what is going on. Until next time, ace out. Have a good one, y'all.